I deleted Instagram, Facebook, and all the rest of it about 7 years ago. I never touched TikTok or Twitter. I only used LinkedIn for adding friends and to update my job. That's it. I really dislike social media. And then I got laid off and started building my own thing. I don't want a new job. I need an audience and I need a tool to reach that audience. So I chose LinkedIn because I prefer to work with professionals and companies. And here I am posting on LinkedIn 3 times a week, like a good little content creator that I am. I also started YouTube, but what you're seeing here is literally me trying to share as much as I can and to get more clarity in the way I speak and my narrative. It has very little to do with my business identity. So this video here is about what I figured out after 6 months of being active on LinkedIn. I grew from 700 friends to 1,400 followers, and I've had 3 viral posts. And I'm happy to share what I learned. And spoiler alert, my takeaway is that you should be using LinkedIn on your own terms. So this is not a video about how to make the algorithm happy. Fuck algorithm. It's your life. LinkedIn is not neutral at all. It has a business model. And that business model is not about your career per se, or your visibility, or your brand. And the faster you understand it, the saner you'll be using it. So my first point is that LinkedIn is trying to do is to keep you on the platform as long as possible so you see more ads. I have this extension on my Chrome called Stay Focused or Stay Free, and it shows me the amount of time I spent on the platform and the amount of ads I've seen. Damn, LinkedIn has the highest amount of ads among all the services that I'm checking. This is insane. Every feature, every notification, every your post is getting traction, dopamine hit, it's all very smartly engineered to keep you there longer. And the LinkedIn gurus will tell you that you should post regularly, and especially the first 30 minutes or an hour, you should be there and answer the comments and create engagement so that your post gets pushed harder, right? And so all of this is just making you enslaved into this algorithm. So what happens is that you need to comment on 10 posts or whatever. You need to engage the first minutes after you post. Of course, it helps with the algorithm. The more time you spend on LinkedIn, the more kind of hits you get, the better you feel. But it's also a very efficient way to hand your entire morning to a platform that is monetizing your attention. So I'm not saying ignore the algorithm completely, though, but you need to understand whose game you're playing when you follow those rules. And you need to also understand that there are 3 things that are actually worth your time, and there is 1 thing that really is not worth your time. So posting your authentic posts with the work you do, with your building in public, with your opinions, something that builds a record of your thinking, worth it. Great stuff. It starts conversations, it shows who you are. Great. If it's done well, not written with shitty ChatGPT, it filters in the people that are a good match working with you, and filters out the people who really are not a great match. So do that. Outreach, worth it. Really. Direct message that starts a meaningful conversation. Comment, not AI-generated comment, but a really well thought through comment on the post that Set something that you've been thinking about. Buy a person you're interested in. Great stuff. So the connections that I made in person, they are still the strongest. However, connections you make online, they do need more investment, but they also work. So it's all real. Outreach, great. Just don't automate it like a crazy AI person. Automate as much as you want, but just make sure that it sounds okay. Because when people feel that they're talking to your assistant or your AI assistant, some of them will can you for good. They will not want to talk to you again. Scrolling. No, this is the trap. This is LinkedIn doing exactly what it wants you to do with it. You tell yourself you're doing market research. You tell yourself you're staying informed. You're networking. Bullshit. You're not. Mostly, you spend a lot of time consuming ads, and you're consuming content that someone else engineered to get your engagement, and boom, 40 minutes passed. So I still scroll sometimes, but I have a limitation about how much time I am allowed to spend there. And usually even a minute of scrolling turns my brain into porridge. So when I go to LinkedIn, I go on with a reason. It's to schedule a post, to check my comments maybe, and to check my DMs. But then I close it because the moment scrolling begins, we all know it from social media. Ugh, terrible. Next thing, it's the follower count thing. So I know a person who is very broke and has 9,000 followers on LinkedIn. It's a lot for LinkedIn. And I know a person who has 1,900 and is doing really well, landing serious clients, having very solid revenue, and everything works well. So that amount of followers is good if you are like in a very public communications type of role or content creator for LinkedIn specifically. Ultimately, the amount of followers is not telling much about you. So what I'm saying here is that I lost this. Now I got this again. The number of your followers is literally the amount of time you've invested into LinkedIn. That's it. Some people don't do it, and they are still landing great clients and leading teams and building companies. So this is not as important. Next one, authenticity trap. And so LinkedIn has the whole culture of authentic storytelling, and it has become its own performance. People who weep in their selfies or very vulnerable, very personal story, and it ends with a business lesson. It's like a yikes, very cringe. I'm not saying those are fake, but I think this is really messing with our empathy. And it became a format. And when something becomes a format, it stops being authentic and it just starts being a strategy. And I found that the writing that has gotten me the most real responses, like not the most likes, but the most real responses is where I wasn't thinking about the format at all. I was just saying something that I've experienced, something that I know happened, and my personal take on it. And it lands really well because still we are human beings. Just watch out what kind of format you use, because I know people who unfollow you right away when you're using bait and switch or whatever kind of hooks or attention catching techniques, whatever they're called. Just watch out, because this is your personal brand. And if you fuck around too much with weird stuff, with very low quality attention seeking techniques, people notice and people don't like it. The same as when you put zero effort into writing and just let ChatGPT write a shitty post and everybody sees that it's ChatGPT. It undermines you. So better not post at all than post crap. So what has actually worked for me so far is I've had 3 very viral posts and in 6 months, I went quite a growth from 700 to 1,400. And most importantly, people started reaching out because they saw me building something and writing about this. So for me, understanding that I am not working for LinkedIn, LinkedIn is supposed to work for me. So if you are on the tech market in the Western country, you will need to use it. It's your personal brand. This is the professional social network. You do it there. Use it. But don't let it use you. Use it on your own terms. And if you want to see how I'm using LinkedIn alongside building a business in Berlin, I post there regularly. I'm going to drop a link here. And feel free to add me. And if you would like to have a consultation about your authentic LinkedIn presence, not business pages, yeah, it's quite lame. And if the whole starting something from scratch thing resonates, I have another video on it. And if you've been laid off recently, this is also, I've had the entire playlist around this layoff in Germany. Check it out too. I'll see you in the next video, like with every damn social media or here, YouTube. I recommend using extensions that track time that you spend there, and that some of it even has like in-ad blocking, so you can block shorts. Or I put YouTube, for example, on gray, so my brain is not very happy scrolling on YouTube because it's all gray. My phone is on grayscale as well. So really, let's protect our attention and let the platforms work for us and not be unpaid freelancers for those millionaires type of platforms in the Silicon Valley. Thank you.